There is a moment, not a minute, not even a few seconds, just a frozen pause in time, the moment someone questions you, accuses you, provokes you, or quietly asks a simple question with a hidden blade behind it. Who do you really think you are? What were you really trying to do? And right there, most people react the same way. They defend themselves, they explain, they justify, they swear their intentions were good. On the surface, it looks logical, it looks fair, it even looks honorable. But in the world of power, that is the exact moment you lose the game, because the moment you defend yourself, you silently announce, "My position is weak enough that I need to prove it." And in a world ruled by perception, weakness is never ignored. People don't see a victim, they smell blood. And that is where the cold law of power begins. The person who defends himself thinks he is protecting his name, but in reality, he is handing his power to the other person. Because now, they become the judge. They set the frame. They control the story. You are no longer a player. You become the accused. And even if you are completely right, in the eyes of the crowd, you are still the one who is explaining. And the one who explains is never fully certain. Strong people do not explain much. They let silence do the work. They leave the accusation floating in the air. They neither deny it nor accept it. And that is where something strange happens. The attacker begins to shake because now they are alone with their own voice. With an attack that has no reflection, no resistance, no explosion. They were expecting conflict. They were waiting for emotion. They were hungry for reaction. And instead, they met emptiness. And the human mind fears emptiness more than any answer. When you do not react, you don't just protect your power, you multiply it, because now the other person begins to doubt, did I go too far? Am I the emotional one? Is everyone seeing my insecurity now? And suddenly the energy that was meant to destroy you turns inward and destroys its sender. You did nothing. You simply refused to play on their battlefield. Now, imagine this. You walk into a room. Someone throws a subtle insult. Sharp, polished, public. Every eye turns to you. Everyone is waiting for your reaction. And you? Nothing. No defense. No forced smile. No counterattack. Just presence. Still. Unshaken. And suddenly the atmosphere changes. The question is no longer, what will he say? It becomes, why isn't he saying anything? And that question alone flips the entire game. People think power means speaking, explaining, proving. But real power is the moment you choose not to speak, even though you could. Sometimes you don't even ignore the accusation. You return it, empty. They call you arrogant. You calmly say, confidence feels heavy to insecure people. No denial, no defense, no attack. Just a cold mirror, and now they are the ones explaining. In relationships, this effect becomes even stronger. Someone says, you don't care about me anymore. Most people rush into explanations. No, that's not true. You misunderstood. I always cared. And all they really do is feed the drama. An emotionally mature person takes a different path. I don't see it that way. That's it. No debate. No defense, no emotional flood. And once again, the other person retreats. But there is a higher level. Sometimes you don't defend, you don't answer, you don't confront, you simply disappear. No dramatic blocking, no digital warfare, no public silence for attention, just quiet absence. And that absence speaks louder than any argument. Two things happen. First, they realize they weren't even worth a response. Second, their mind starts building stories that destroy them. People who live on conflict collapse when conflict disappears. Online, this game becomes brutal. Comments, accusations, provocation, public attacks. They don't want justice, they want reaction. If you reply, you enter their world. If you stay silent, their world collapses. Sometimes one sentence is stronger than 1,000 defenses. When they can't control you, they call you dangerous. That's it. And the narrative shifts. There are 3 weapons deadlier than defense: silence, short statements, redirection without explanation. They say you're delusional. You say confidence disturbs insecure minds. They say you're fake. You say I owe no one authenticity. These are not defenses. These are declarations of immunity. Predictable people are weak because their reactions can always be predicted, but someone who stays calm, unclear, and emotionally unreachable becomes frightening. Sometimes it is better to be feared than to be liked, and even more powerful than both is mystery. Mystery silences rooms. To win, you don't need a good reputation. You need a heavy reputation. A good reputation is clothing. A heavy reputation is armor. A person with armor is not always loved, but no one attacks him carelessly, because when he enters a room, no one knows what will follow. The final stage of growth is not silence. It is when your presence itself becomes your defense. You no longer enter battles. You change the terrain. And the strangest part, when you remain silent, others begin to defend you. They say, why did they even attack him? He didn't even respond. And you become the center of gravity. This is the true advantage. Those who explain themselves too much become smaller over time, but the one who stays calm becomes heavy, not because he defended his name, but because he never had to. Real power is not in convincing others. It is in being the one person no one can control. And the most dangerous man is not the one who strikes first. It is the one who never needs to strike at all.